Okay, so once on the console, let's navigate to Lambda, type in Lambda, and it will appear. So Lambda, as mentioned before, is AWS's serverless compute function. This is just a really simple introduction. So we'll go to create function. We're going to author it from scratch. We're going to call the function a name. I'm going to call it demo. And this is where you can select your runtime. So there's lots and lots of different runtimes, which is languages if you think of it that way. For the ease of this demo, I'm going to select Python because it's a pretty straightforward universal language that can be applied to several other runtimes. Execution rule. I'm going to create a basic execution rule with the Lambda. So this will actually create an IAM role with this Lambda and give it some basic permissions inside Lambda itself. You can then add policies to that execution rule to give that Lambda a bigger scope within your AWS ecosystem. But for right now, let's keep it simple. Let's start with the basic. Let's create the function. This will take several seconds, and then we'll arrive onto the main Lambda console screen. So I'll just pause the video here and we'll pick it up when we're on the screen. Okay, that's us on the main Lambda console screen for the function demo. This is what you're hit with when you first log in or arrive at the screen. There's the designer, so there's just your Lambda sitting in the middle. If you have this linked either by triggers or destinations, they'll appear on this side. But for now, we're keeping it simple. Just the demo function in the middle. This is our function code. So one of the simplest ways, and what we're going to do in this demo is edit our code here. Environmental variables, again, we'll cover this in later videos. It's not essential for basic understanding. Tags, so you can add tags to identify your Lambda. The one bit we will pay attention to down here, basic settings. If we edit basic settings, you can give your basic settings a name. You can increase your memory of your Lambda up to 3 gig, but we'll keep it at the lowest. And timeout, as of 2020, can be up to 15 minutes. But we'll just increase it to 15 seconds for the purpose of this demo, and 0 minutes. And again, we're using that role that was created when the Lambda was set up originally. So we'll just save that. Okay, so let's have a little look. Start something really basic. So this is our Lambda. This is our event, which is a variable. It's actually a JSON variable that's passed into Lambdas when they're invoked and context. And then this return statement is what's returned out of Lambda when it successfully completes the implemented code. So right now we have nothing. It's going to return 200, standard HTTPS request, and the body says hello from Lambda. So let's keep this very simple, and we will enter a print statement. And that print statement will just say the standard hello world. Hello world. Now we can test this Lambda from the console to make sure it's working. So what we'll do is we'll set up a test event. So if we go test, and we'll just call this event test, and we'll keep it really simple. Now these key value pairs will not have an effect on this test, but we're going to set it up so we can use them in a second to show you how the test event works. So let's put in hello world 2 hyphen. This is the key value per test. Okay, now again, this won't affect our first test run. I'm going to set up to affect our second test run, but we'll create it right now. Okay, once back on the console, it's really important to hit save. So if you don't hit save, this hello world statement won't print out. So make sure you hit save. Once you hit save, that is test the event. So we get a status code 200, hello from Lambda, and there's our hello world print statement. Okay, so as we actually have the test event set up inside configure test events under key 1, we can use this event parameter to get that value. So if we type in event and we type in key 1 and we save, make sure it bounces back, and we click test, you can see that the body still returns hello from Lambda, status code 200. This time it's hello world 2. This is the key value per test. Now, as I said, this is a very basic introduction to Lambda. It's very heavily involved in the AWS ecosystem, especially in the world of event-driven architecture. So please play around the console and get used to it. In future lessons, we'll be developing them inside Lambdas inside IDE Studios and using them to implement vast serverless architecture But for now, please look up my website. There's more information there, johnnychambers.co.uk, and you can find all today's lessons materials. Thank you.